hello to all of our phenomenal viewers, listeners, and supporters. I'm your host, Donald, and I am so excited to be here. Welcome to the first episode of 2026 of Connected, where we discuss all things mental health, recovery, employment, and stories. In today's episode, we have one of our original members since 2008, David. He has completed a transitional employment position twice, which helped him build a lifetime of service to others while maintaining his mental health. David has witnessed many changes within the Clubhouse, but one thing has always remained the same. The Clubhouse has been and will always be a place that builds relationships, helps people out of isolation, and most importantly, changes lives. One of David's greatest achievements was returning to the workforce and maintaining stable employment. He went from being unable to go anywhere because of his mental health challenges to working successfully in the field of service. David is living proof that positive change is possible when you take the first step and believe in yourself. Please welcome David.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing there?
Hi.
All right, how you doing today?
Doing okay, pretty good.
All right, that's awesome. So we're gonna take it back a little bit. Just wanted to ask you, how did you first learn about the Clubhouse, and what made you decide to join?
I first heard about the Clubhouse through NAMI
Hmm.
when, before we had the Clubhouse here, there was talk among the NAMI family members about bringing the Clubhouse model to California because they found something in a different state. Though NAMI had been around for a while already, they said they found the Clubhouse model and they managed to bring it here.
All right. So what were you doing at NAMI at the time?
I was volunteering, helping my mom with the library. She was the librarian, and I was helping to pull the library cart out of from where it was stored and setting out books.
Mm-hmm. Wow, cool. I know which library you're talking about because I'm also a member of NAMI, and it's awesome.
Yeah, we used to have the library over at the hospital,
Hmm.
and we used to bring it out during the in-person meetings when all the meetings were in person.
Wow. Yeah, that was a while ago, and we still have in-person meetings. So you are, my friend, one of the original members when this clubhouse was built.
So yeah, they said I'm officially the second member.
Oh wow, the second original member.
Right,
How does that feel?
right. Well, it feels great to be able to come here. I always feel very welcome here. I'm celebrated here. I know that a lot of people like seeing me around. Um, I have not been as involved lately because of work or because I worked so much that I got a little burned out, I think,
Oh.
because of how much I worked for so many months and months. But so that's that. What was
So as people like to say, you're kind of like the OG here, the OG member of this clubhouse. How does that feel?
what's OG?
Original. Well, we won't even get into that. You're the original person.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Great,
we'll
great,
just leave
great.
it at that.
Okay,
We'll just leave
okay.
it there. I'm not gonna
Fantastic.
cause
That's
controversy.
that's great. That's great. Yeah,
So,
yeah. I was here when Herb Putnam was here. Um, and Bev Putnam and her Putnam and my mom took a big part in bringing the clubhouse here.
All right. And Tim Putnam is here.
Tim is here definitely. Tim's
Yeah,
still here every
definitely.
day.
So, what role did relationships at the clubhouse play in your recovery?
I especially developed relationships with the staff.
Huge.
A lot of that, I I I think I grew a little attached, but I overcame that. But I think there were several relationships that helped to teach me that I had the support I needed when I needed to be able to reach out to someone because I was feeling down or I was feeling stressed out. I could reach out.
That's very very important. I think the clubhouse model makes it good to do that, and you're always having somebody there for you. That's really good. Um, so, and this is my personal question too, because how did the clubhouse help you through difficult times, especially grief? And you have mentioned before that your father had passed away.
Yeah, um, my father passed away near the end of my second transitional employment position. So, this clubhouse was a place that I could come and get moral support. Um, I hesitated to visit my dad in the hospital, and I got support, not someone telling me what to do, but just the moral support from one of the staff members who has also been one of the board members to make the right decision. I went and visited my dad in the ended up doing that, visiting my dad in the hospital and going to his memorial service and being an instrumental part in that.
That's huge. I can definitely trace back to times where I needed that moral support too, not because of grief, maybe because of my own personal grief, not per se somebody passing on, but just grief of things that I've lost that were dear to me, and it's a
Yeah.
really good support system. So you did mention TE, and I actually can relate to this because I also did a TE program, and that transitioned to an SE program that I'm a part of. So my question is, what skills did you gain through TE that you still use today?
I think when I have a job and I'm working for someone that there's some element of doing what they tell me they want me to do instead of, even though I thought I was being innovative, even though I thought I had some good ideas, I still did things the way they asked me to do them because they're the employer, I'm working for them, and I I owe it to them if they're paying me.
Yeah, that's definitely very very important. You definitely want to build that core relationship between employer and the person that is employed. Um, so, what did working teach you about your own strengths? Like, what did you gain from it?
I gained the strength of being able to. One of them is endurance being able to get up, being able to work consistently 5 or 6 days a week, being able to get up early in the morning if I have to, being able to navigate the challenges that came along. I had challenges with transportation, and I managed to navigate that, but I found the strength to navigate that. And I adapted from taking a bus to borrowing a car to having a car at my disposal.
So, which leads to my last question. If you could go back and talk to yourself in 2008, what would you say?
Wow, talk to myself in 2008. I'd tell myself, I think there's some times when I've been harsh and judgmental, and I'd remind myself to tone it down, to remember that I'm not perfect, that I don't know what, but that remind myself to be a little more humble.
Yeah, definitely, because you never know what journey that we're all on. We're all on a specific path and a specific journey in life, and it's super important to meet people where they are. And I think the Clubhouse model and Clubhouse in general gives people that space and that freedom to do that.
Definitely, that
Yeah.
is very important. I I would I feel if I could do that for myself, that help me to be able to do it for other people too.
Yeah. So, what specific work are you doing right now?
I work for NAMI as an IOOV presenter and
In our own voice,
in
right?
our own voice, right? And I also have a job as an in-home care provider.
That's amazing. Wow. You are like the prime example of somebody when they start off in Clubhouse. We're all, like I said, we're all on specific journeys in life. But there's that period of elevation, and you've definitely elevated, and you're showing that there are possibilities for elevation. So thank you for
Thank you
that.
too.
All right, so thank you to all of our viewers watching. It's been great meeting with you, by the way.
Been nice being here.
So everybody, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and stay tuned for our next episode in 2026. This year is going to be a great year. We have a lot of great stuff in store for each and every one of you. See you guys later.